Hi guys, today I'm going to do a basic tutorial for you on applying foundation, and what you need to keep in mind is the color of the foundation, your skin type, and then of course you always need to keep in mind the texture and the coverage of the product. This is very important. If you have oily skin, you need to opt for a product that is more dry and has absorbent properties so that it can absorb most of the oiliness from your skin. And then if you have a dry skin, you want to opt for a product that's going to apply moisture, add moisture to the skin. And also you do get people with quite dull skin, and for this you want to use a product that is light reflective. So it's just to shop around and really get the right product. It's quite deceiving under these shop lights, and I just find that it's better to test in the actual daylight. So with my skin, I have quite a combination skin. At the moment with the pregnancy, I must say my skin is quite dry. So I am mixing products up a bit on my side, and I will show you guys and run you through it. You can use a sponge, a foundation brush. You can use your fingers to apply your foundation. It's really a personal choice. Today I'm going to go with my foundation brush, and in between I'll just use my sponge as well. With liquid foundations, I find that the sponge absorbs most of the product. So yeah, I just find that with the brush, there's a lot more on the actual brush that comes off, and it doesn't absorb as much as the sponge does. But I am not going to use liquid foundation today. My skin is slightly dry at the moment, so this is just because of the pregnancy. So I find that different areas of my face is quite dry. I'm just going to start by applying a little bit of Ultra Underbase from Kryolan and apply this over the dry areas of my skin only. I'm going to apply a matte primer over my oily areas, and then you can start with your makeup application with your foundation. I'm going to go with a Super Color from Kryolan on the dry areas, because it does add quite a bit of moisture to the skin. And you want to avoid applying too much of the product. And I'll just start off from the chin area up. And I have to be so careful with applying my foundation at the moment because of the different, the dry areas and the moist and oily areas. Gentle strokes. You do get very lucky people out there. There's only a handful who has no discoloration and different colors on different areas of the face and the neck and the chest, and everything sort of just looks the same. They are very lucky. You don't get a lot of them. And you want to avoid applying too much to the outer lines of the face. Blending it into the jawline, into the neck, sort of right there. I don't go lower than that, into my neck. Not at all. Always make sure you go sort of into the hairline as well. I'm not going to apply any foundation over the eyelids. I just find that it sometimes changes the color of your eyeshadow. Some of the eyeshadow colors tend to change if you do apply foundation over the eyelids. I do, however, conceal where I need to, or add a tiny touch right there at the top, just depending on how much I have to cover. Sometimes I find I've got a little bit more, maybe a little red spot or something just shines through. I don't apply a lot of foundation to my forehead. Also, avoiding applying foundation on the eyelids. It is a personal choice, but what you want to keep in mind is it can also sort of crease. All right, so now you can see that I've applied my foundation quite evenly. It's very important for you to get to know your skin. Very important to get to know your skin type, your color, your feel of what you need, and the coverage that you need. It's really important to play around with colors. This really helps. Make sure it's blended in nicely. You really want a flawless finish.